Hi, I'm Amy. Welcome to my home takeover. Come in. I'm Amy Moorea Wong and I'm an interior design journalist, and before that I was actually doing a degree in fine art, so merging the home and art is something that's really important to me. Art's been a big piece of my life, and I've kind of been collecting and hoarding away prints and posters and things to frame for years and years. But this exhibition is actually the first time that I've had an original painting in my home, and it's been something that I've really enjoyed, just kind of getting to know the nuances and enjoying things like texture and feeling, which you wouldn't really do with a flatter piece. So that's added something really special to the home, I think. I really enjoyed curating this collection of pieces by Josef just because they really spoke to me, and I think there's a lot going on in them even though they look simple, which is something I really liked. So I'm a bit of a chair obsessive and collector, and I have far too many of them because I kind of see them as beautiful sculptural objects as well as items to sit on. So being able to kind of extend this beautiful chair with this piece, which just works really pleasingly with the colour of it, is just very satisfying for me. So when I was curating and choosing the pieces that I wanted to bring into my home, I wanted them to very much be linked, but also to be very different to each other, like these. So they're kind of making their own impact on different spaces within the home. And another thing which I'm really enjoying actually, this piece in particular, it's got these really, really heavy bits of texture on here, and I know you're probably not supposed to touch them, but it's really satisfying to actually be able to interact with it physically in the way that you wouldn't be able to in a gallery. But obviously, it's your home and you can do whatever you want with your art. To me, interior design is about expressing yourself, and I think there's no stronger way to do that than by bringing art into the home. I think homes without art feel a little bit empty, and when you've got kind of original paintings and prints and a kind of a big mix of things that you really love in your home, it really makes the space not only really personal, but just really enriches it and makes it feel more alive. So I've chosen some pieces here from the Mini Originals series, it was a kind of lockdown project where artists create unique one-off pieces on postcard size and piece of paper, and then they get delivered through the post to people who need cheering up in lockdown, which is everyone. They've got playful captions on the back as well, and then I just think they're really useful and nice objects to kind of create small scenes with, because again, they're unique pieces of art which nobody else has in their home, and you can kind of have fun styling them up in small places. Like I think they work really well on these shelves, interacting with the other pieces and the tones of my objet that I already have. And again, they work really beautifully in frames as well to kind of bring them a bit more gravitas, but they don't need to be, they're just kind of a quick, easy and accessible way to get art into your home, which I think is really important. Much as I love kind of touching the canvas and interacting with the artwork physically, there's something really special about getting a piece you love and putting it into a really beautifully designed frame. It can be a bit daunting if you don't know anything about framing, which I didn't know. But just go into a framers and chat to them, because they are the experts and they can have some really nice options for you. This is a really simplistic piece, so it's box framed, so it means the art sits quite far back in the frame to add the kind of shadow and the depth around it. And I think just the kind of really simple painted white wood really emphasises the kind of very gentle pastel tones in this piece. So this is quite an unusual spot to put art, which I think is really nice. I mean, it doesn't have to just be above the mantelpiece or on a blank space of wall. It can kind of interact with other features in the home, like the staircase. And I think having a piece at this level as well also means you can appreciate it when you are higher up on this level, as well as being on the ground floor. And another really nice thing about having this piece up so high is that it interacts with the really old 200-year-old cornicing, And it kind of contrasts the kind of very delicate detailing of the ceiling with this kind of bold splash of energy and excitement and movement, which I think is really nice. This piece with other kind of dark black elements to make it kind of moody and kind of somber, but also obviously it brings a lot of energy out, so it's quite an interesting take on black. It's kind of a bold, vibrant black. The framing went for a really simple black metal frame with a mushroom mount to bring out the really bright whites in it and kind of set a point of difference against the piece. I love that you can also, because it's float mounted, which means it's kind of coming away from the backing a little bit, so it looks really 3D, and you can see the really nice detailing of how it's been hand cut and it's not perfectly straight just when it's compared with that edge. Just adds a really nice third element to it. Buying art should be a really fun and exciting activity. It can be a bit daunting because obviously there's so much out there, but I think my one tip would be just go with your instinct. If you connect with a piece instantly and it's something that really speaks to you, I wouldn't think about where it's going to go in your home, because you're going to be able to find a place for it. If it's something that you love, you'll find a wall or somewhere to put it where you'll appreciate it for years and years.